I'll get rich by making you fatso. My girlfriend, Clary, was a model, and I was her manager. Thanks to me, she won dozens of beauty contests. But one day, it was time to hit the real jackpot. A contest with an unprecedented prize in which I was going to settle.
Are you sure you want me to win?
You have no competitors except for Clary, so consider that you have no competitors. We'll get rich and go to the Maldives. 2 months before the contest, I replaced Clary's regular food with the same amount of much higher in calories. Soon, frightened Clary started eating way less. But it doesn't matter when all your food contains a mixture used by athletes to gain weight.
Baby, something is wrong with me.
I'll take you to our nutritionist. I bribed the doctor in advance, and he told Clary that her dramatic weight gain was caused by a hormonal imbalance. He put her on a course of corrective hormones that altered her weight, but not the way she expected. She gained 49 pounds in a month and a half. I fed her vegetable fat every night a week before the contest. I poured into her mouth spoon by spoon, widening her shapes and reducing her chances of winning. But 2 days before the contest, she woke up during the process.
What are you doing?
She wouldn't have time to fix anything, so I have a mistress. You'll lose the contest to her. We'll take the prize and leave. Kate, you're already a winner. The day of the contest came, and Clary was nowhere to be found. She most likely refused to participate, but at the last moment,
You can't break me.
the show began. And despite everything I had done, Clary didn't look broken. She had the same magical spark in her eyes. Stage 1, Stage 2, the final. She was more confident than ever, and I wasn't the only one who noticed it.
Even though beauty is on the inside, you can't hide the real beauty.
Eventually, Clary won. Kate, you and I will win a different contest.
Who needs you? You promised me I would win, and you let me down. Get out.
After that, I tried to find new clients, but the rumors about me had spread too fast. No one else wanted to work with me. Only when I ran out of money and was all alone,
I got stuck in the airplane seat due to my weight. My hubby started giggling and taking pictures of that embarrassing moment.
Shall I bring you some cake, honey?
That was just the beginning of an unforgettable vacation. I had terrible bruises on my hips and dreamed of hitting the hay. But as it turned out, the bed wasn't designed for people my size. Peter suggested that I should sleep in the shower.
It's only fair. The one who can't fit in the bed has to go.
I wanted to spend the next day by the pool, alone. But Peter started interfering with my choice of swimsuit. I already wanted to hit him with something, when suddenly he chose a bikini. I cooled down and felt relieved, thinking that my husband was accepting my body once again. But in the blink of an eye, he opened the porthole and threw the bikini into the open sea. Stop it! You fell in love with me when I looked like this. I feel comfortable in my body. I like every single part of it. Peter asked if I was sure, and I decisively nodded. But the next minute, I regretted it. I went down into the pool for aqua aerobics, and the water started spilling out. Plus, whenever I tried to move, waves would knock the other girls off their feet. The coach politely asked me if I wished to come by later for an individual session. Peter watched me, feeling triumphant. The cruise has become jail for me, as I was literally deprived of any freedom. Nothing was suited for plus-sized people on the ship. Peter had completely changed for the worse. He wouldn't wash my back, refused to give me sweets, even hung around some fashion models the whole time. I withdrew and stopped going out to the deck. I wanted to be held and dreamed of complaining to my dad as soon as possible. Eventually, our ship arrived at the port where my parents lived. But when we got ashore, no one was waiting for us. Peter assured me that he had warned my parents and told them the exact time of our arrival. We took a cab and went to their house. But no one was there either.
I guess they chose not to tell you the truth. Sadly.
As it turned out, my parents tried to convince Peter not to take me there, so I wouldn't learn the bad news about my dad. What? You knew about it and didn't say anything? What kind of person are you, Peter? I was the last one in the family to find out that my father had been hospitalized. He had a heart attack due to being overweight.
Do you see now what can happen to you in the future?
Peter deigned to explain his disgusting behavior. That he had planned the cruise with the intention of showing me what my lifestyle could lead to.
Remember how we promised to grow old together. Are you still going to keep that promise?
Grow old? I didn't want to see him for the rest of our vacation. I refused to return to the ship and stayed home in order to take care of my dear daddy. However, on the very first day, I realized that I couldn't do the most basic things. I wanted to help the dearest person in the world to me with all my heart, but my body seemed to be against it. After a few months of enormous effort, Dad got back on his feet and immediately suggested for us to go for a walk by the sea. When I saw Peter there, I realized that it wasn't by chance. Somehow, he earned my father's trust.
I'm grateful for your care. But Peter is your family. Listen to him, honey.
Peter got down on his knees and put his hands up. He was holding 3 plane tickets for our way home. 1 for him and 2 for me. Finally, he realized that he had to apologize.
I was obsessed with the desire to grow old alongside you. And I forgot about my promise to you. In sickness and in health.
Peter asked me to give him another chance to fulfill his vow. We went back home. But I had one condition. That Peter wouldn't try to make me lose weight anymore. I made the decision to be more active, not for the numbers on the scale. But to get everything I dreamed of in life. I don't regret my choice. I have a big family and a husband who hasn't forced me to do anything in 30 years. Acceptance is a bed where 2 loving people will always find enough space